I mean, again, I'm the type of person that doesn't like judging things before I try it. You know, like the good old pineapple pizza debate. I never put myself in any sides up until I actually tried it myself, all right? Same goes for media. If I haven't watched it myself or haven't like tuned in actively myself, I probably don't have much of a big opinion about it. I can tell you what the general consensus is for everyone, like what everyone thinks about it. But I what do you call it? I don't know if I want to put my own 2 cents to it because I haven't actually consumed it yet. That's how I what do you call it? That's how I see it. I don't want to fill my life with complete negativity, I guess. I'm a bit too tired to be super negative about everything. Like, there's way more other things to worry about in life, and I do not have the time to worry about Mario doesn't sound right. I have a life to deal with. So I don't need to be angry about Mario bad, you know? Like, if it's bad, then okay, fine. Then, like, if it's good, then sure, good, you know? Like I don't want to, and I also just kind of see expect I don't really expect the worst out of things. Like, I try my best not to. Like, I keep my I keep slight hopes just for the sake of, like, you know, giving them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean? I don't know if I have the energy to just completely shit on it, like, before it even has a chance to fight. I'll just give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's this, maybe it's that, you know? The good old the good old chance of, like, what if, you know? We can't be too mean at it. And also because, like, at least if it comes to media, I only want to judge it when it really comes out. I don't know why. I don't know. I've always been doing this for a while. Like, just judging things only conclude, like, jumping to a conclusion when it comes out, when everything is, like, done, you know? Kind of like video games. Like, I can be angry at a video game midway, but, like, I want to conclude how angry it got me when I finished. I wish this mentality actually works for everyone, though, because I know a lot of people cope and use being angry at the internet as a way to kind of stress out and, like, release stress. So instead of, you know, being hateful IRL, they use being hateful in internet to release stress. I don't know if it's healthy. I mean, I guess it can be with moderation to, like, release something as long as it's not harmful. I guess. But, like, I think for the most part, whenever I do see those kind of people who release their anger through, like, the means of being hateful in the internet, it seems to always end up with it being unhealthy instead, because they just end up really, like sticking around with that negativity. Like, it works for, like, a little bit. Like I think like if you do it once in a while, it's fine. But some people just kind of get really sucked into just being, like, just really upset about all sorts of things, and it's really sad. I genuinely like whenever I see someone who's, like, hateful, even, like, hateful to anything, my first thought is always, like, damn, I really hope you find a better way to cope with things, because everyone has their own problems. Everyone has their own, like, demons to fight in their own life. Even a hater, you know, haters be hating. I don't really have that mentality. I just have the mentality of haters. Hope you're doing well, buddy. I hope things are okay for you. I once more do not wish the worst upon my haters or any hater ever. I just hope they're alright. It's a lot better for your health to not waste your time on negativity. Absolutely. Sorry for the sudden mom talk. I just think about it a lot. Whenever people, like, feed on negativity over and over again, maybe through gossips, through rumor spreading, through just in general, like, really negative things, I always worry slightly about their mental state, because it's probably really tiring to do that all the time. Like, it's gonna be really, like really eat up your mental health, isn't it? And also, in case it happens, somebody talks about it again, I really mean like worry. I don't mean like, oh, I worry because I know them super well, ooga booga, like a parasocial kind of thing. I just in general like to think about the general public's habits, and like I like to worry about how it's going to turn out in the future, because sometimes it feels like they're gonna stay that way for a very long time, and it's instead of actually, like finding a development in their life. I think that's like the saddest thing to ever think about, like somebody who's like who doesn't know how to deal with emotions and growing up still not knowing how to deal with emotions, to the point that their personality has been cemented to be that way forever, and they still don't know how to deal with emotions. Like, that's really sad. I don't care if you're a stranger. That's sad. That's really sad. I don't want that to happen. So every single time it's possible, I always try to like preach positivity on here. Not really in a way like, positivity is great. Like, you can be sad. You can be sad. You can cry. That's fine. You're allowed to feel negative feelings. It's not like negative feelings are just a pure sin. It's not like, if you cry, you're an evil bastard. Like nah, it's fine. You can cry. I think it's very healthy to be able to embrace your negative feelings instead of being, against it and demonizing it. Like, being positive is great and all, but embracing the fact that you have feelings and validating your sad feelings is also pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty epic. Don't take this as me saying that that you guys aren't allowed to be sad. You're allowed to be. I just think it's not healthy to wallow on it too much, And then whenever I watch or like look at people, it always feels like they're wallowing a bit too much on it. Just don't harm yourself and don't harm other people. But I feel like don't harm yourself is way more important, because in the end, it might not seem like much being like, I'm not harming myself. I'm not like fucking stabbing my fingers. I'm not stabbing my hand, so therefore I'm not hurting myself. But hurting yourself mentally is something that like kind of happens a lot, and you don't really notice up until you start like just breaking down. At least that's from my personal experience. I don't know if it's different. I'm pretty sure it's different for everyone, but like I didn't notice personally when I hurt myself mentally. I just didn't know up until I started fucking pissing and crying, and I was like, well, then I guess something happened and I have to figure it out. So yeah, please take care of yourself, everyone. Sometimes it just kind of comes out randomly. Then I feel called out. Aw, I'm sorry. I hope y'all are okay. It's kind of hard though in life, how like being able to gauge mental health. Like, physical health is easy. You can see it. You can just straight up look and see. Like, oh, my arm hurts, and you can feel it like way easier compared to anything else, right? It's like, oh, my arm hurts, I'm gonna go to the doctor, like, oh, baby games. But mental health is like, I feel sad, but is it something that I need to go to the doctor for? Is this something that needs to be prescribed? I'm not sure. Like there's no like clear thingy that makes it easy. Sure, there's like symptoms and stuff, right? That people share, like, oh, this is the general symptoms for like depression disorder and this disorder and this disorder, like there's definitely a lot of those in the internet that you can look at, and if you relate to them, then maybe you should check. But at the same time, the human psyche is so complicated, so complicated and weird, that who knows that you're relating to them not really because you have it, but because, I don't know, because of another reason. So it's like, huh. But yeah, my always general consensus, for sure, the one thing that I've always recommended to every single person who thinks about mental health and gets a bit worried about if it's going bad or not, or if it should be checked on or not, is if you're the type of person that doesn't want to go because of either monetary reasons, etc., then my best advice will always be, if it starts bothering your life cycle, like your daily routine, especially when it starts like, you know, being like really bad till the point that you can't work as well, you start not being able to eat as much, you can't sleep much, it's just bothering your existence as a human being, then you should probably go to professional. Like not even should, probably just straight up you have to at that point, because it's really bad. But again, I know that not everybody has the time to book an appointment like that, and like, you know, because time is very restrictive to a lot of people, especially me. I'm pretty fucking busy all the time, so it's like the only reason why I haven't went, because I just don't have the time to do it. Like I don't have the time. Time is money as well, you know. Time is money. I understand that reason too. Just make sure to really keep an eye out and plan it well if it does start like torturing you and like making your basic necessities as a human bad. It's gonna get worse, I feel, if you kind of ignore it for a while. You might end up finding like unhealthy ways to cope with it, you know. I mean, I don't know. Just be careful. I'm just giving advice, because I know mental health is not an easy thing to take care of for most people, especially here in Indonesia. Actually, like out there in America, it's actually pretty common, right? For people to just make appointments and stuff. It's kind of taboo here in a weird way. Like people here kind of live their lives like probably having disorders, but just never actually like bother to like check on it. Like they instead just kind of choose to like deal with it like normal. I know a friend that like for sure is pretty convinced that she has like some sort of disorder, like may it be ADHD. I think like most common ADHD, I think like most people kind of have that a little bit. Like there's people who have really severe cases, but there's some people who have minor cases. I remember a friend that was like, yeah, I probably have that, but it's fine. I was like, no. What do you mean it's fine? It's not fine. Don't you have a hard time focusing on it? And she's like, hey, yeah, it's fine. Anyway, don't worry about it. I'll cope. In a weird way, that kind of mentality is great too. Like not letting a disorder like control your life and not letting it like win in a weird way, and just dealing with it, being able to deal with it outside of things. Like that's nice, especially if like they found a healthy way to do it. Because like that's like the only concern I have whenever people don't make an appointment. If they found a healthy way to deal with it, like they found a healthy outlet for it that makes them happy, and they know how to balance their life to make it not torture their like human needs, then that's fine. It's fine, I guess. When you have depression, you just go, it is what it is. And that's pretty much the mentality a lot of people have here. Like, I think anywhere outside of Asia, people are pretty open and have a easier time opening up about these things. But in Asia, people kind of just out here just saying it is what it is in every little situation about mental health. Again, not a bad way to deal with it. Absolutely not the worst method. It's fine. It happens. I understand. I understand the feeling of being too busy to deal with these things. As long as they know how to like, you know, cope with it. That's all. I feel bad if like, cause like the one time that I feel like it's not okay is when somebody really needs guidance. You know, that's the only time that I feel like that mentality shouldn't work. Like somebody who clearly definitely needs guidance in their life, and their life is clearly falling apart in front of their eyes, but their mentality is it is what it is. Like no it isn't, don't do that, please go and do something about that. Who need guidance? Like probably like maybe someone who has an addiction, or somebody who sleep in and become a complete NEET, like completely like shut themselves out from any possibilities of working or being a normal citizen. I think I like, but again, being a NEET is also sometimes by choice, because of just like either what do you call it, their brain's just not working well. But I feel like it's better if you're gonna become a NEET because your brain isn't working too good. You might want to find out about it. Like, may it be like I don't know if it's a good idea to just kind of keep it to yourself and not, you know, check a little bit on it. Like being a NEET out of pure choice and not really because like, oh, my brain bad, I can't work because my brain's stinky. Like if that's the case, then yeah, like then go ahead and you know, check on that a little bit, you know, like you're a NEET, you might as well. But if it's a NEET by like, oh, because I'm too lazy, like actually on God, just I don't want to work, then I'll be like, fair point. Go ahead. If you have the money and your parents don't mind it, go ahead. I'm not gonna boss your life and tell you to work. That's fine too. That's like I'm sure I'm damn me to the fuck. I know. Pop off, buddy. Go ahead. Exactly. If it's like by will and by like by choice, they're like, yeah, I just chose this path, and I'm like, yeah, fine. Go ahead then. Go ahead, pop off, as the kids would say it. Slay, I guess. But if it's because like if it's because of something that is out of your control, you know, then I'd be like a bit worried about it. Like if it's because like, oh yeah, I for some reason can't focus. I for some reason can't do this. I feel really sad all the time. Like if it's like something like that, then I really no, go check on that, dummy. You silly goober. You can't just shrug that off as like, you know, as like, oh, I'm being a NEET by choice. Like I don't know if it is. And even if it is, you might want to check that out anyway, cuz the hell, that's not normal. Or quote unquote, that's not like, you know, like how the majority feels. You might want to, you know, do something about it. Maybe you'll change your mind.